Faculty, Dr. Jill Richardson, the Director of Student Affairs,
and Mrs. Hetty Ha, the PharmD Student Affairs Advisor, will be ushering in the students. I now invite everyone to please stand to usher in the inaugural Doctor of Pharmacy Class of 2025. You may be seated. To the inaugural class of 2025, distinguished guests, and family and friends here today, physically and virtually, it is an honor and privilege to welcome all of you to the inaugural Doctor of Pharmacy White Coat Ceremony at the University of California, Irvine. My name is Megan Nguyen, Founding Associate Dean for Pharmacy Student Affairs, and I've had the incredible opportunity to meet all these students during their interviews, as well as this past week working with them during orientation. Students, there are very few times in life that we are given an opportunity to be part of something historic, to be a part of something bigger than ourselves. You choosing to be part of a health profession during this challenging time of our history speaks volumes of who you are. You have also chosen to be part of an inaugural class. These choices will forever change you. They will make you stronger, more resilient. They will make you challenge your creativity and give you the courage to create new pharmacist roles and transform the profession to better serve individual patients and promote health equity for all. You will learn to embrace change and embrace growth, and embrace the excitement that comes with starting anew, with innovating and building, and always looking towards the future. The admissions committee carefully selected each and every one of you. We know you worked extremely hard to get here. The average overall and science GPA of this class is higher than the average GPA for admitted pharmacy students nationally in the last 5 years. The highest overall in science GPA in this class entering stands at a 3.96. You also worked in research labs, volunteered in homeless shelters, and went on international medical missions. 95% of you speak multiple languages, from Spanish, Vietnamese, Korean, Arabic, Cantonese, Mandarin, Punjabi, Tagalog, Farsi to French, and many more. You also bring a diverse set of talents and life experiences. Among you is a former high school football and wrestling coach, pharmacy technicians, nurses, a photographer, architect, engineer, and an archaeologist. In addition, it is notable that 56% of you are first-generation college students, and you have chosen to continue forward with a graduate education. You are all meant to be here, and you should be very proud of all of your accomplishments. I now have the honor to introduce Dr. Jan Hirsch, professor and the founding dean of our School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. Dean Hirsch is an acclaimed researcher, pharmacist, and organizational leader. Dean Hirsch joined UC Irvine in January 2019 and led the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences to officially become a school in July 2020. Along with this tremendous community of students, faculty, and staff, Dean Hirsch is positioning our school to be a leader in pharmacy and pharmaceuticals innovation, from drug discovery to clinical practice. Dean Hirsch holds a Bachelor of Science degree in pharmacy and a master's and PhD in pharmacy administration from the University of South Carolina. Before joining UCI, she served as a faculty member and the chair of the Division of Clinical Pharmacy at the University of California, San Diego. And prior to returning to academia, she was responsible for establishing 3 research organizations within the pharmaceutical and managed care industry. She is also a distinguished fellow of the Get the Medications Right Institute, a distinguished scholar and fellow for the National Academies of Practice in Pharmacy, and a recipient of numerous awards. Please join me in welcoming Dean Hirsch.
Thank you, Dr. Wynn. Okay, we gotta make sure our masks are everything. I want all the students to relax. I'm looking at you, you're all holding your coats just like this. You can relax a little bit. We'll get to that in a minute. So, good afternoon, everyone. It is a tremendous honor to welcome our first Doctor of Pharmacy students to this inaugural White Coat Ceremony. We are also very grateful for all of the family and friends who are here with us or are watching online. Before I go on, I would like to take a moment to recognize a really special guest we have. University of California Regent Janet Riley, sitting down here in the front. You might want to raise your hand. We're very lucky to have her join us today. If you don't know what a regent is, the University of California Regents serve as the governing board of our 10-campus University of California system. The governor of the state of California appoints the regents. The regents, alumni of UCLA, Regent Riley was actually appointed by Governor Newsom in August of 2019. Regent Riley is a co-founder and board president of a free volunteer-based health center called Clinic by the Bay in San Francisco. It is most fitting that she join us given her devotion to healthcare and to health equity. Welcome, Regent Riley. It's a pleasure to have you. To our first group of PharmD students, I commend you for choosing to be part of history. Your commitment, collaboration, and leadership will set the foundation for this new academic program. In becoming a pharmacist, you will have an opportunity to make a monumental impact on your community, regardless of where you choose to practice. And as we celebrate this incredible milestone today, it's important to look back at the steps we took to get us here. The innovative vision of Susan and Henry Samueli and Chancellor Howard Gilman served as a catalyst for founding the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences and also this new PharmD program. We are also immensely grateful for the support from Vice Chancellor of Health Affairs, Dr. Steve Goldstein, and Hal Stern, our UCI Provost, and the UC Regents. To our school's faculty and staff, I applaud your dedication and commitment as we initiate this new PharmD program, which I believe, and I have no doubt, will be one of the greatest in the country. It is well known that our school already has a strong foundation in the pharmaceutical sciences. We have a BS program in pharmaceutical sciences, MS in pharmacology, a PhD in pharmacological sciences. Now that the PharmD program has turned from a dream to reality, our new school actually spans from a continuum from discovery of new drugs, new devices, new diagnostics, all the way out to delivering and optimizing medication therapy for individual patients and populations. Today is an opportunity for us all to celebrate our first ever PharmD students. Students, thank you for being our first class of pioneers. Do you remember, this is a question, first test question. Do you remember how I signed your offer letter to join PharmD program at UCI? Anybody remember what it said? Okay, you'll get a pass on that. It said, Audentes Fortuna Iuvat. And hopefully you looked it up. Fortune favors the bold. You are the bold. Remember that. I am looking forward to watching you learn with us, helping us build this new PharmD program, and watching you go on to forge new paths in the pharmacy profession. So congratulations and welcome. At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. Steve Goldstein, who will be our next speaker. He is a nationally renowned physician scientist, pediatric cardiologist, and academic administrator. As Vice Chancellor of Health Affairs at UCI, He oversees the Susan and Henry Samueli College of Health Sciences, UCI Health, the healthcare system, and the UCI Centers and Institutes of Health. He is leading a major expansion rooted in a One Health vision, united across disciplines for whole person care based on data-driven precision health and the Discover, Teach, Heal mission. Dr. Goldstein holds an MD and a PhD from Harvard University, has been a senior leader at Yale University, Brandeis University, and the University of Chicago. He has served as an advisor to the National Institutes of Health, the National Science Foundation, and many nonprofits committed to health. He is the recipient of numerous honors also. Please join me in welcoming Vice Chancellor Goldstein.
Thank you, Dean Hirsch. Welcome, Regent Riley. Wow, a remarkable day. A dozen years ago, a seed was planted in UCI's ambitious strategic plan for a PharmD program 12 years ago. And some said it was way too audacious an idea that UCI would build a college with a school of medicine, a school of nursing, school of population and public health, and a school of pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences. But UCI and the Samueli family are about innovation, and they are committed to achieving what other people only dream about. And here we are, the inaugural PharmD program. We are here to celebrate you as you enter a profession where you will make a difference. You will improve lives, clinical practitioners, as scientists, as members of society committed to the well-being of individuals and communities. Now, I want to take a moment to note the generosity of the Samuelis. The School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences is a cornerstone of this new college and our mission to discover, teach, and heal. Through the generosity of Susan and Henry, we are standing up a silo-free interprofessional health sciences college for research, teaching, and care. And it's unlike anything you will see anywhere else in the United States. A key part of your experience will be that integrative health will permeate your education, and it will be among the tools that allows you to improve healthcare. And in June, your experience will take place, at least in part, in the new 110,000 square feet College of Health Sciences building, which is coming up on the corner of Drake and California. Although Susan and Henry were unable to be here today, I just want to take a moment to recognize them. We are so fortunate to have them as part of UCI. I'll even clap with their name. Now, today, we are thrilled to have Dr. Alan Chow with us. Dr. Chow is a pharmaceutical scientist and a leader in the industry, who with 3 generations of his family has partnered with UCI since 1995 to advance cancer care across Orange County and beyond. Together, they have donated over $50 million. Our Chow Family Comprehensive Cancer Center is the only NCI-designated cancer center in Orange County, and it's one of 3 facilities that will be in a new medical complex that we are building on the north side of campus. That program was approved not 6-9 months ago by the Board of Regents, a $1.2 billion medical center. The site will have a hospital in addition to the cancer center and a center for advanced outpatient care. And there, patients will receive multidisciplinary care by interprofessional teams that you will be part of, bringing the most advanced innovations to the care of the patient. Dr. Chow, if you could just stand for a moment and be recognized. We thank you so much. And we will hear from him shortly. Now, you chose this school, and it is the right choice and the place to be. You'll learn critical skills. You'll analyze how treatments work. You'll promote evidence-based practices from all modalities, and you'll educate the population on wellness. You will transform into highly trained experts, providing individualized, patient-centered care that will focus not only on what we know is good, but you will look at what's not working to think about how to make it better. That's what you students in this first-of-a-kind college will be able to do, and you will do this shoulder to shoulder with your peer students in medicine and nursing and population health. Because we believe that optimized care in the future is a health delivery system where all of the disciplines are working together. And I want to recognize you as the first class, 100% Californian, and as mentioned before, nearly over half of you first-generation students in higher education. 50% or you or so came from UCI, and we are the #1 feeder for pharmacy schools in the United States from our undergraduates, so keeping the best is our prerogative. And altogether, over 80% of you come from U of C campuses. So it is our honor that you've chosen us. All right, so now, a little old man advice. It was a while ago that I got my white coat, and I was super excited about the journey. And along the way, I've learned some things. I think you're going to see them the same way. I want you to know that no one is going to do it the way you do it. No one has had your history. No one has taken your journey, and no one's going to see the opportunities the way you see them. Hold on to that. That is why you will have your impact and the most satisfaction. And many people, like me, are going to give you advice. Listen to it, analyze it, and then figure out what path is best for you. Now, you can be creative leaders in inpatient and outpatient and government and community and NGOs. You will find your path. And I'm counting on you to do that. And I'm going to repeat it. I'm counting on you to do it because you're going to solve problems we haven't figured out how to do yet. That's your job. Learn from us and then do better than we did. Show us what comes next. The choice you made to be part of this inaugural PharmD program has landed you at the beginning of a wonderful path. And while some days may feel a little daunting, know this, we are all here for you, your fellow students, the faculty, the staff, the alumni, and your friends and families. We have been anxiously awaiting, some people for 12 years, for you to show up. Now that you have arrived, I am excited to travel this path with you. Congratulations and welcome.
Thank you very much, Vice Chancellor Goldstein. I would now like to introduce our keynote speaker for this momentous occasion. Her presence and remarks will most certainly leave an indelible impression on these students. Although she wasn't able to travel to this event because of the pandemic, our keynote speaker is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Rear Admiral Richarde Araujo serves as the Associate Commissioner for Minority Health and Director of the Office of Minority Health and Health Equity at the U.S. Food and Drug Administration. In this role, Admiral Araujo provides leadership, oversight, and direction on minority health and health disparity matters for the agency. She previously served as the Director of the Office of Medical Policy Initiatives in the FDA Center for Drug Evaluation and Research, where she led a variety of broad-based medical and clinical policy initiatives to improve the science and efficiency of clinical trials and enhance professional and patient labeling. Dr. Araujo joined the FDA in 2003, where she held several positions in the FDA Center for Drug Evaluation and Research. Admiral Araujo received her Doctor of Pharmacy degree from Virginia Commonwealth University, completed a pharmacy practice residency at the University of Maryland, and earned a master's degree in pharmacy regulation and policy from the University of Florida. Please join me in giving Admiral Araujo a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Associate Dean Nguyen, for your warm welcome and for the opportunity to be here on this historic day. Good afternoon, university leadership, distinguished faculty, staff, family, and friends, and most of all, good afternoon to you, the class of 2025. It is truly my tremendous pleasure and a great honor to be here with you virtually on this very exciting day to mark the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences Inaugural White Coat Ceremony. Congratulations, all of your hard work has come to fruition, and today you stand here as the first ever class of Doctor of Pharmacy students at UC Irvine to begin your journey. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge UC Irvine's pharmacists and pharmaceutical scientists for your dedication and contributions that you have made towards addressing the COVID-19 pandemic. We have all seen how pharmacists across the country stepped forward and have been on the front lines playing a critical role throughout the pandemic. UC Irvine has been on the front lines, involved in the process every step of the way. From vaccine education, working with public health officials to conduct testing, distribute and administer the vaccine, and UC Irvine's research on COVID-19 and treatments for SARS-CoV-2 infections. For all of your selfless efforts and hard work for your communities, I say thank you. I also learned that the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences is California's first new public pharmacy school in nearly 2 decades. So today is truly a historic day. I'm sure these numbers have been mentioned before, but this inaugural class of 41 students comprised of 56% first-generation college students, 56% female, and 29% underrepresented minorities, shows a true depiction of what the future face of medication experts and practice-ready pharmacy will be. As you heard in my background, I'm a pharmacist, and I lead the FDA Office of Minority Health and Health Equity. FDA is multidisciplinary and has numerous pharmacists serving in various capacities to protect public health. As you can tell from the uniform I'm wearing, I am also privileged to serve as a Rear Admiral and Assistant Surgeon General in the United States Public Health Service Commission Corps. This is a uniform service that is dedicated to protecting, promoting, and advancing America's public health by providing a multitude of services, ranging from essential healthcare services for underserved and vulnerable populations, responding to public health emergencies, leading public health programs, policy development, and advancing innovation science. So, like the oath you will take today, we are devoted to serving others. And as you embark on your pharmacy career, I want you to remember the significant responsibility that you have to a lifetime of service to others, and the trust that the public has in you to fulfill that responsibility. That trust and responsibility is more evident today than ever before as you embark on your career at a truly unprecedented time, a time where we've all had to embrace change, be flexible and innovative in our approaches, and really forge a path forward that will make history for our colleagues that follow in our profession. My earliest exposure to the profession of pharmacy had a huge impact on my journey. I was most fortunate to work at a local pharmacy during high school and saw firsthand how clinical excellence, culturally appropriate communication, and showing compassion and empathy for patients were critical to delivering optimal patient outcomes. I also observed the disparities faced by vulnerable communities, as well as the trust that patients place in their pharmacists to help them navigate their treatment. This experience helped to shape my career and interest in addressing health disparities. However, I did not know when I was sitting in your seat that I would one day be fulfilling the role that I serve in today. I didn't have a planned out career or a linear career path. Hard work, dedication, service to others, networking, and seizing opportunities defined my journey. And I am constantly learning and growing in my public health career. So I want to tell you a little bit more about where I work as a pharmacist, of course, the FDA. And the FDA has a very important and significant public health mission. FDA is responsible for protecting public health by assuring the safety, efficacy, and security of the range of products that we regulate. So we are both a regulatory and a consumer protection agency. And ensuring equity is a goal that we prioritize throughout all of our scientific work. And that has special resonance when we think about the work of the Office of Minority Health and Health Equity, which was the first office at FDA dedicated to protecting and promoting the health of racial and ethnic minority, underrepresented, and underserved populations through research, outreach, and communication that all work towards addressing health disparities and, most importantly, advancing health equity. The key word here, of course, is equity, which is the consistent and systematic, fair, just, and impartial treatment of all individuals. But we know that we can't achieve equity with one-size-fits-all strategies. It requires a multifaceted approach to make changes at the individual, community, and organizational and policy levels. And that's the approach that we take across all of the work that we do. Collaboration, a multidisciplinary approach, partnerships, and teamwork are critical for us to achieve our mission. Our research program, for example, aims to advance health equity-focused research to answer pressing health disparity questions. And we support internships and fellowships so that we can train the next generation of healthcare providers. For example, FDA's Pharmacy Student Experiential Program allows students to learn about FDA's multidisciplinary processes for addressing public health issues and discover about health disparities through working with hands-on with FDA staff. And this is just one way that we can help to grow others, share knowledge, and give back to the pharmacy profession. We have also worked to foster an outreach and communication program that amplifies the voice of the agency through culturally and linguistically tailored strategies, initiatives, and campaigns, including health education materials so patients can make informed decisions about their health. And a key long-standing priority for our office is addressing the underrepresentation of racial and ethnic minorities in clinical trials. And to support FDA's efforts, we developed a public education and outreach campaign to raise awareness around the importance of diverse participation in clinical trials, including specific education for healthcare providers. And of course, every public health crisis exposes the extent of health disparities that continue to exist. And the COVID-19 pandemic has been no exception. Throughout the pandemic, we have developed and translated materials to help consumers make informed decisions about their health. We've participated in listening sessions with diverse organizations to learn more about the gaps and needs of minority communities to help inform our efforts. And we've provided current and accurate information to address misinformation, distrust, and confidence. We all know that achieving health equity requires commitment from all stakeholders, and we must all work together towards achieving this goal. So we will continue to be proactive, applying the best science and rigorous review of data to support well-informed decisions to keep the American public safe. But now I want to talk about you, the new generation of pharmacists who will enter the arena in a few short years. As a new pharmacist, you will work in a diverse environment that is representative of fast-growing, changing demographics depicted in recently highlighted sociocultural and demographic trends. It goes without saying that the new pharmacist will need to be mindful of racial, ethnic, gender, and socioeconomic factors that make up our amazing nation. With this demographic in mind, you will need to consider all aspects of the patients that you serve in relation to their language, values, culture, beliefs, and approaches to accepting and receiving treatment. This change in mindset is essential to optimal patient outcomes and to establish trust. As a pharmacist, you will see people at their most vulnerable. When a patient comes to you for help, they need your attention, they need to be heard, and they need to feel valued. They want to learn about their condition. Most often, your patient will not be at their best when they come to you. So you will need to learn how to become their best advocate in your service to others. Always remember to treat your patient as more than just a prescription. Patients see multiple specialists, but often only visit one pharmacy. You will also be faced with a variety of career choices. Your career track is dynamic and multidimensional. Endless opportunities are available and will present themselves to you. Remember, you do not have to decide on your ultimate career path right away. Take the time to really understand where your passions lie. You will have the option to pivot and turn as you determine what role you envision yourself playing in your career. Reach out to your professors, your mentors, and of course, your colleagues. Have conversations to really flesh out those dreams and pathways and to help steer you on the right track for your final destination. Embrace the opportunity you have to be a part of this distinguished institution, setting a precedent for all others that come after you. And learn how to be problem solvers, leaders, and learners who will drive transformative change in the healthcare system. As the class of 2025, I really want you to think about the responsibility of the solemn oath that you will take in front of your colleagues, friends, and family as you ready yourself to embark on your journey. Putting on this coat is a symbol of you shouldering a new role which comes with responsibilities to the future patients you will serve. The donning of this coat, this distinguished rite of passage, is a unique honor, a symbol of your professionalism, a call to next steps in clinical and research excellence. Taking this oath is a huge and significant step. It is a testament to all of your hard work, academic excellence, and preparation, and you should be very proud of yourselves. Dedicate yourselves to the service of humankind and the relief of human suffering. This commitment is lifelong in nature and should be practiced without discrimination. Learn to promote the good of every patient in a caring, compassionate, confidential manner, protecting the dignity of your patient. And pledge to a lifetime of learning in pharmacy so you can exceed in knowledge and skills in your service to the public. In all cases, remember, respect personal and cultural differences among patients. Always act with honesty and integrity. Embrace change and participate as agents of change with a determined focus on improving care. Remember, becoming a professional means more than just learning the science of pharmacy. It means mastering the art of pharmaceutical care and service to all patients. This service must be carried out with dignity, integrity, and honor, and as it's reflected in this oath. In closing, under the guidance of your distinguished faculty, you will gain hands-on experience and learn contemporary pharmacy skills with some of the best and most experienced in the field. Stay motivated, persevere to achieve your goals, and advance patient outcomes in public health. You will make enduring friendships, encounter the intangibles that come along with your education, cultivate your network, enjoy moments of success, learn from your mistakes, and overcome hardships together. At the end of your time here at UC Irvine School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, I am confident that you will leave prepared to serve the demands of a dynamic, technology-oriented, and multicultural society. I want to again express my gratitude to the university leadership for providing me the opportunity to be a part of this truly historic event with the inaugural class of 2025. I am so proud to welcome you into the profession of pharmacy, and I wish you all the very best as you embark on this exciting and fulfilling lifelong journey. Huge congratulations to you all. Thank you.
Hello, I'm back. Okay. Thank you, Dr. Araujo. Thank you for those kind words, but also for really pointing out the importance of health equity and also the role, and I will say responsibility, of pharmacists promoting public health. Thank you. I am now pleased to introduce Hal Stern, who is the Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor and Chancellor's Professor, Department of Statistics here at UC Irvine. Provost Stern previously served UCI as founding chair of the Department of Statistics, dean of the Donald Bren School of Information and Computer Sciences, and Vice Provost for Academic Planning. Prior to joining the faculty at UCI, he held faculty positions at Iowa State University and Harvard University. He is a fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science, the American Statistical Association, and the Institute for Mathematical Statistics. He earned a BS in mathematics from Massachusetts Institute of Technology and an MS and a PhD in statistics from Stanford University. Please welcome Provost Stern.
Thank you, Dean Hirsch, both for that introduction and for all the unbelievable work that you did to make it possible for us to be here today. Thank you. Welcome, PharmD students, family, friends. Welcome also faculty, staff, alumni, my colleagues on the platform, Regent Riley. Thank you all for being here today. One of the things I've learned in my 18 months as Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor is it's helpful to start by describing what exactly is a Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor. Most of the people on campus and many of the people off campus as well have no idea. In brief, the Executive Vice Chancellor makes me the Chief Operating Officer of the university, to the Chancellor being the CEO, and the Provost is the Chief Academic Officer, and I'm here today in that role. The Chief Academic Officer works closely with the deans and other academic administrators to build the programs. And so I acknowledge the great effort of Vice Chancellor Goldstein, Dean Hirsch, the faculty and staff of the School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences for doing the heavy lifting to get us to this point. And I'm really excited to be a part of this ceremony. Now, I understand that some of you, but not all of you, come from UCI. And so let me say a teeny bit about the university itself. It is a young campus, founded in 1965, an incredibly diverse student body. We are both a Hispanic-serving institution and a PZ institution, which is Asian American, Native American, and Pacific Islander serving institution. The campus as a whole, including your group, is 50% first generation in their families to attend college. And we have a sizable population of low-income students. We take great pride in this diverse student body, but especially because with that great student body, we have very strong academic outcomes and have grown over the 50-plus years to be a top 10 public university and a member of the distinguished group, the AAU, the top research universities in the United States. There are many, many accolades the university has earned, but probably the one that we take the greatest pride in is one that the New York Times bestowed upon us. They named UCI as the university that does the most for social mobility, for moving students up, and that is what we are all about. During your PharmD program here at UCI in the Henry and Susan Samueli College of Health Sciences, you will benefit from the great work that's been done before you and that's going on alongside you. Cue the music. As a top research university, you'll benefit from the expertise of your faculty. As members in the College of Health Sciences, you'll benefit from your classmates in the other schools, the School of Nursing, the School of Medicine, and the soon-to-be School of Population and Public Health. We have a world-class medical center. Vice Chancellor Goldstein described the developments that are going on there for your clinical work. And you will be part of the new whole patient model of care that's really being developed and modeled at our College of Health Sciences. I have strong feeling of congratulations to all of you. The pandemic that we are all going through has reinforced the critical importance of the entire healthcare sector. But for me and many others, I think the role of the pharmacy is something I maybe didn't appreciate before. But as we set out to convince people and explain to people the benefits of the vaccine, and on this very campus rolled out a vaccine clinic, the pharmacy community played an enormous role in that and in really making our community safe. So in closing, I just want to add to the others the congratulations for what you have achieved to this point, the best wishes for all that you will achieve as you move forward, and a welcome to the UCI community. All the best.
Thank you, Provost Stern, for those wonderful remarks and also those little snippets of music we weren't counting on. A nice addition. Students, now that you are embarking on steps to now prepare yourself for a career within pharmacy and pharmaceutical sciences field, I would like to introduce you to someone who has had a tremendously successful career. And he started out in pharmacy school just like you are doing today. It is an honor to introduce Dr. Alan Chow, who, as Dr. Goldstein mentioned earlier, is a scientist turned entrepreneur who has supported UCI in so many ways, in so many endeavors, including the Chow Family Comprehensive Cancer Center and the H.H. Chow Comprehensive Digestive Disease Center. Many of you will be completing pharmacy practice experiences in these excellent centers as you move your way through 4 years of pharmacy school. Dr. Chow is a pharmacy school graduate from Taipei Medical University and earned his PhD from Purdue University College of Pharmacy. He founded Watson's Pharmaceuticals and had it listed on the New York Stock Exchange. Within 20 years, the company had sales amounting to $2.5 billion and became one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the U.S., specializing in generics and brand pharmaceutical development, marketing, and manufacturing. Dr. Chow subsequently founded another company, Tanvex Biopharmaceuticals, specializing in biosimilars, and now it has 2 biologics license applications filed with the FDA. Tanvex is currently listed on the Taiwan Stock Exchange. Please welcome Dr. Alan Chow.
Thank you, doctors. And, it's my pleasure and honor to be here today and to meet a lot of young folks. It's been years since my graduation, so I'm glad to be here to see you and see all the upcoming pharmacists and doctor pharmacies. As Dr. Hirsch has said, I'm actually born into a pharmaceutical company because my parents had a company. They're both pharmacists, and somehow by luck I got into pharmacy. I get to meet my wife. She's a pharmacist too, and so I'm blessed to be in this field, in this business, and in the family. Since my postgraduate from schools, I've been involved in the industry, and I have decided after that, during that time actually, I should devote all my rest of my life into quality and affordable pharmaceutical products, whether it be chemistry, involving small chemicals, or biologics. And I decided that's the way to go. Obviously, some people said, Alan, you're kind of dumb. You like to try difficult things. I said, well, that's make it more fun, okay? Well, let's do that. As I survived and did well, and I enjoyed all the things I did and continuing doing that. The reason I said quality, affordable medicine, you've heard Rear Admiral from FDA. Once I get into the industry, I have to live with FDA every day. One of the toughest agents to make sure we make quality, efficacious, safe medicine. And as a pharmacist, as you all doctor pharmacies in the future, and that's very important. What you got, you have to trust in the system, trust in the medicine that through FDA will be safe and can help you to serve the patients and the communities. Okay. But the cost is pretty high, and sometimes I've run into a situation that their families couldn't afford. I said, well, we should have more affordable availability for medicine. That's part of the reason I did that. And you obviously would be a newcomer in the industry, and with several more years, education, learning, and growing, and pharmacy touches a lot of things, a lot of lives. And you get a chance to learn how to serve them, become better, and make their life easier. And how to improve healthcare is part of your duty as well. And you can serve them, help them feel better, and in return, you feel better that you're helping others and you're growing, you learn more about this. What I also want to share very simply, quickly, is that because I said pharmacy touches everything, actually touches every element of development of drugs to delivery system to reaches pharmacy, hospitals, and patients and their families. So therefore, for your career in the future, I'm sure you'll learn next several years and how to become a great doctor of pharmacy, touches a lot of things and learn a lot of things. At the end, you think of how you're going to apply the knowledge, experience, or years of learning to the next steps in your life and the path of your professional. So based on my experience, obviously you in school, you see universities, teaching university, the researching is great. It's part of the path you may want to choose to go. And it goes hospital, clinics, and you feel the stuff you have to meet with the needs. Even people say retail pharmacy, putting mail orders behind the counters, and specialty pharmacy, you have to deal with medicine, how to specially treat those medicine and reaches the patients. And distribution system. The reason I say distribution system, because when making a pharmaceutical product, has to get the product into the hospital, clinics, and pharmacies, and even patients' home. How do you do that? That's essentially part of cost and part of efficiency and availability for patients. So that part of business you will be touching field, may be involved as well. And in industry, we do drug discoveries. We need people like you that understand pharmaceutical products, medicines, and the interactions with clinics and clinical studies needed. So we have in the past that hire doctor pharmacy, pharmacists, or even in some cases physicians in clinical development and dealing with how we do the clinical studies and involved in the education of the medicine, the use of medicine to the sales marketing people. And so they can promote the product and distribute the product. And we can even use, maybe importantly, such position of medical liaison, that you know the medicine of this company, you educate, you support, you service healthcare professionals out there that need your help and they need your education. And we talk about FDA because we need regulatory affair people. It means that how do we do FDA? How do we get all the data together to submit dossier to FDA, get approval, and become safe and efficacious drugs? And then some people like to go outside to do other things other than stay in the pharmacy, or they can be involved in sales marketing because they are the experts. Your pharmacists, doctor pharmacists are experts in medicine, pharmaceuticals, they can help the sales marketing side. But the most important is you listen to your heart, what you want to do. You learn and grow into it, and you love what you do. So most important, love what you do, listen to your heart. And at the end is to create solutions and to improve healthcare system, help the people in this world. Let me add a little bit more. Now you all same age group and same purpose and objectives. You not just classmates, you may be lifetime friends. And that's as critical professionally to you, at least to me, I feel that way. And when I get to schools and talk to kids, and I'm sorry, kids, I'm in the business for a long time, okay? So probably the oldest one around here, okay? But I want to say to you is, in the end, is congratulations. You make your own path based on your knowledge. you go where your heart is. And good luck. Have fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Chow, for your inspirational words and for your continued support of UCI. At this time, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the Anteaters in Pharmacy Alumni Chapter for their generous donation and gifting the students their white coats. Inside the collar of each coat is a special quote each donor has selected, so that every time the students put on their white coat, they can be inspired by those words, and it serves as a reminder that they have been supported by an alumni network from the very beginning of their journey here at UC Irvine. I would now like to invite Dean Hirsch to coat our inaugural class, and also Dr. Jonathan Watanabe, Founding Associate Dean for Assessment and Quality, to gift the first students with a special pin for their white coats. Ivan Agapito, University of California, Irvine. Hanan Ali, University of California, Irvine. Marisol Almodovar, California State University, Long Beach. Roya Amanpour, University of California, Irvine. Ryan Baniel, University of California, San Diego. Alexander Chow, University of California, Irvine. Sahej Chavla, University of California, Los Angeles. Francisco Damasio, University of California, San Diego. I would now like to invite Dr. Sarah McBain, Founding Associate Dean of Pharmacy Education, to gift the next set of students their pin. Ashley Doe, University of California, Irvine. John Farah, University of California, Irvine. Mark Farah, University of California, Irvine. Zainab Haidari, University of California, Riverside. Carlos Herrera, University of California, Los Angeles. Tu Huang, University of California, Irvine. Rihanna Kim, California State University, Long Beach. Luan Lei, University of California, Irvine. I would now like to invite Dr. Rob Spitali, Founding Associate Dean for Research, to gift the next students their pin. Jung Soo Lee, University of California, Irvine. Chad Leung, University of California, Santa Barbara. Charles Liu, University of California, Riverside. Alvin Lee, University of California, San Diego. Jessica Mejia, California State University, Fullerton. Jenny Nguyen, University of California, Irvine. Julie Nguyen, University of California, San Diego. Nare Noruzi, University of California, Los Angeles. I would now like to invite Dr. Melanie Joe, Founding Associate Dean for Pharmacy Professional Affairs and Chief Pharmacy Officer for UCI Health, to gift the next set of students their pin. Busola Oladeru, University of California, Irvine. Monica Padilla, California State University, Northridge. Joanna Park, University of California, Irvine. Gabriela Perez, University of California, Irvine. Hui Pham, University of California, Irvine. Manrup Samra, California State University, Northridge. Dennis C., University of California, Irvine. Min Jung Se, California State University, Long Beach. I would now like to invite Dr. Alexander Chan, Founding Chair for the Department of Clinical Practice, to gift the final set of students their pin. Joseph Song, University of California, San Diego. Marian Martha Tan, University of California, Los Angeles. Panamdeep Thind, University of California, Irvine. Lily To, University of California, San Diego. Hung Tran, University of California, Irvine. Henry Tran, Vassar College. Hike Tomoyan, University of California, Santa Barbara. Vegan Tomoyan, University of California, Berkeley. Ying Zhong, University of California, Irvine. Dean Hirsch will now lead you in reciting the oath of a pharmacist.
You look good. Members of the PharmD class of 2025 and members of the pharmacy profession present in our audience today, virtually or in person, please stand as we recite the oath of a pharmacist. And you can look on the back cover of your program as a guide. So, we're just going to walk through it. Please repeat after me. I promise to devote myself to a lifetime of service to others through the profession of pharmacy. In fulfilling this vow, I will consider the welfare of humanity and relief of suffering my primary concerns. I will apply my knowledge, experience, and skills to the best of my ability to assure optimal outcomes for my patients. I will respect and protect all personal and health information entrusted to me. I will accept the lifelong obligation to improve my professional knowledge and competence. I will hold myself and my colleagues to the highest principles of our profession's moral, ethical, and legal conduct. I will embrace and advocate changes that improve patient care. I will utilize my knowledge, skills, experiences, and values to prepare the next generation of pharmacists. I take these vows voluntarily with the full realization of the responsibility with which I am entrusted by the public. You may now be seated. So, I want to take one last moment to introduce you to someone else. And you should look on the screen. This is Harry Penfill. Harry was an immigrant in the 1920s. He became the first member of his family to attend college. Harry became a pharmacist, and after the Great Depression, he ran his own pharmacy. This is Harry's granddaughter, circled here on the slide. This is Ms. Kim Penfill, who now serves as our University of California, Irvine campus counsel. She's grown up. After Harry passed away, Kim's parents sold the pharmacy building to send Kim and her sister to college. To honor the legacy of her grandfather, Kim established our first PharmD scholarship endowment. I would like to thank Kim for her generosity in providing this funding, which creates opportunities for first-generation students to achieve their dreams and work toward making a positive impact in the world as pharmacists. The Penfield Scholarship will open the door for first-generation students who might have otherwise decided that pharmacy school was out of their reach. Although Kim could not attend today's event in person, she asked me to deliver this message to you students. Even as the pandemic makes it impossible for me to be with you, it underscores how important you and your work will be. The pharmaceutical services you will provide will prevent, treat, and manage disease for all people. And to help all people, we need people from all backgrounds. UCI's commitment to inclusive excellence and Grandpa's scholarship for first-generation students highlights the pan in pandemic. All of us need all of you. Welcome to UCI and the family. Thank you, Kim, for sharing this message and for your support. So students, you are obviously continuing a long line of pharmacists serving their community and improving lives like Mr. Penfield. I know I speak for all of the UCI faculty and staff in extending you the very best wishes as you embark on your PharmD journey. To the many family and friends who have joined us today, either in person or through our live stream, your continued support and encouragement will be critical to these students as they pursue their PharmD degree. I am very grateful for the chance to meet many of you today, and I want to personally welcome all of you to the UCI School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences family. Students, before we conclude, I would like you all to turn around and even look up, I think, and wave to your family and friends and say thank you. Thank you all for being here. Okay, and before I make the final closing remarks that are written here for me to say that are very formal, we've got to do it, right? We got to do this, yeah? Okay, so here's the deal. I went to convocation and I learned how from the expert. So you hold up your two fingers for those that weren't here in UCI, two fingers, snout, we're making an anteater, but then the key is you move the thumb back, and you make his snout go like this. It's like, otherwise you're kind of like a Texas Longhorn, and that's not what we're going for here. We're going for the anteaters. Okay, ready? On the count of 3, we're going zot, zot, zot. Got it? 1, 2, 3. Zot, zot, zot. Excellent. Excellent start. So, with that, that brings us to the conclusion of today's White Coat Ceremony. On behalf of the University of California, Irvine, and the UCI School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences, I congratulate our PharmD class of 2025. Okay. So, a little bit of housekeeping of how we're going to exit. At this time, I now ask everyone to stand as we begin the recessional of the platform party and students. I'd ask the guests that you remain at your seats while the recessional occurs. The platform party will proceed first. Then the class will be led back out by Dr. Jill Richardson and Ms. Hetty Haw. After the students have departed, we ask the guests exit and join us at the reception, which is just outside. And the students will arrive at the reception after taking a few class photos in here. With that, once again, congratulations to the inaugural PharmD class of 2025.